Hello everyone and welcome to my Y&R Insider 24 update channel. GH Chemistry tested as Claire seduces crooked cop. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that someone will need to get some answers out of Detective Burrow now that he has been revealed to be somewhat of a crooked cop. Burrow knows the real story about Noah Newman accident and the Newmans want answers. Will Claire Newman solve the mystery by seducing Detective Burrow? Claire Newman is too far gone. Claire has never met Noah yet. However, Claire's presence in LA could create an issue when it comes to Noah's accident. Victoria Newman has told Claire all about Noah. Now that Claire is there with Holden Novak in LA. Holden is obviously pals with Sienna Bacall. The family has become very important to Claire. Claire was raised by Jordan Howard, a master manipulator, and Claire may need to lean on some of her teachings to get information out of Detective Burrow. Could Claire get in over her head as she tries to help save her cousin from whatever fate they have planned for him? The week of October 20th to 24th. Kyle Abbott will see Holden and Sienna putting their heads together. Kyle will point this out to Claire, who may end up questioning Holden about his meeting with Sienna. Claire may also decide to stop by the hospital and check on Noah. Claire could also learn about the Sienna and Noah connection since she was calling Noah's phone. From the beginning, Sharon Newman and Nick Newman were suspicious of Detective Burrow. Nick has not gotten the information he wants and knows something is going on with this guy. Could Claire take matter into her own hands and seduce the detective to see if she can get the truth out of him? Claire Newman may use manipulation to get what she wants. Claire might decide that it's time to test the detective's information with a little bit of manipulation. Of course, Erin and Cohen were a couple on General Hospital a few years back and they had great chemistry. Will the writers check this out again by giving them some intimate scenes as Claire tries to help figure out who wanted her cousin to wreck? Sure, Claire could try to get the detective drunk enough to answer some questions. It would be worth a shot and definitely be an interesting way to test out the chemistry between the actors NADC if it is still there. Spoilers say that Claire may end up in a dangerous situation and hopefully she will use her charm to get the information she needs to help Noah as well. Come here for all things Y&R. Check back often for the Young and the Restless news, spoilers, and updates. Making amends, risky bet, bold move. Spoilers for Tuesday, October 21's episode of The Young and the Restless hint at some significant occurrences in GC. Someone attempts to make amends, while another places a risky bet, and a character makes a bold move. What's on the horizon for Tuesday's show? Time to find out. Kane Ashby makes amends. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, October 21st, hint that Kane Ashby will attempt to make amends with Devon Hamilton Winters. Make sure to check out our weekly Y&R spoilers, here. That ship has long sailed, and as Devon is fiercely protective of Lily Winters, it seems very unlikely that Kane will be successful in gaining an ally in Devon. Lily's brother does not trust Kane and has advised Lily to stay away from her ex, so Devon will likely shut down any attempt to reconcile with his former brother-in-law. Phyllis Summers' dangerous bet. Phyllis Summers will make a risky wager across town. Off the cusp on trying to ruin Danny Romolotti's and Christine Blair's bachelor and bachelorette parties during the Monday, October 20th episode. Read more, The Young and the Restless spoilers next 3 weeks. Noah wakes up, Mariah's struggle, Detective Burrow busted. Phyllis will be back on screen for the Tuesday, October 21st show. And it sounds like this risky bet she's about to take will center around Kane and his AI software. Tessa Porter's bold move. Finally, The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday tease that Tessa Porter will make a bold move, and it sounds like she'll lay a smooch on her bestie Daniel Romolotti, Michael Graziardi. During this week's Y&R promo, a clip is shown of a tipsy Tessa leaning in for a kiss, while Daniel tries to help her up the stairs of the GCAC. She kisses him, and he kisses her back, but will either of them stop before things get out of hand, or will they allow things to get out of hand? Fans will have to tune in to find out. What storyline are you most looking forward to during Tuesday's show? Comment below. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily and check out SOS often for the best Young and the Restless updates, spoilers, and news. In the latest twist of The Young and the Restless, the web of deceit, loyalty, and manipulation deepens as Claire Newman finds herself in a morally complex situation that could alter her life and the lives of those around her forever. The revelation that Detective Burrow has been operating as a crooked cop adds a sinister layer to the ongoing mystery surrounding Noah Newman's accident. With the Newman family desperate for answers and Claire's own loyalty to her newfound relatives being tested, the story takes on an edge of danger and seduction that echoes the most gripping arcs in soap history. Claire's decision to step into the shadows and use manipulation to uncover the truth might not just expose Burrow's corruption, it could also expose her to a darkness within herself that she's tried so hard to suppress. Claire's background makes her both uniquely equipped and emotionally vulnerable in this high-stakes scenario. Having been raised by Jordan Howard, a master manipulator who honed deceit into an art form, Claire possesses an instinctive understanding of how to read people, play into their weaknesses, and twist situations to her advantage. Yet, despite inheriting Jordan's cunning, Claire has spent her adult life trying to resist becoming her. Her move to Los Angeles with Holden Novak was supposed to be a fresh start, a chance to build genuine connections and escape the shadows of manipulation that haunted her childhood. But as fate would have it, the circumstances surrounding Noah Newman's mysterious accident pull her right back into the world of secrets and psychological games she thought she left behind. Now that Holden's growing connection to Sienna Bacall is making things more complicated, and their circle is hearing rumors of dishonesty, Claire needs to decide how far she is willing to go to preserve the truth about her family. When Kyle Abbott observes Holden and Sienna having a lengthy conversation, the tension rises. Kyle's suspicion adds another crack in the already fragile trust between Claire and Holden, especially as Claire begins to piece together the tangled connections between Sienna, Noah, and the detective himself. Sienna may have had too much direct contact with Noah before his accident, according to whispers in the hospital corridors. When Claire learns that Sienna had been calling Noah's phone repeatedly before the crash, the puzzle begins to form, and Detective Burrow's role as the supposed investigator grows increasingly suspicious. Nick and Sharon Newman's long-held doubts about Burrow's integrity begin to resurface, but Claire realizes that official channels won't get them the answers they need. Burrow has his tracks covered too well. The only way to expose him might be through seduction and manipulation, tools Claire swore she'd never use again. The idea of seducing Detective Burrow doesn't come easily to Claire. It's a desperate strategy, one that forces her to confront her moral boundaries. Yet, with her cousin Noah's fate hanging in the balance, she rationalizes it as a necessary evil. Claire channels the lessons Jordan drilled into her as a child, the art of reading micro-expressions, the timing of a smile, the calculated vulnerability in a trembling voice. Each move becomes part of a dangerous dance with Burrow, whose own motives are murky. A man who has clearly accepted bribes, altered reports, and possibly even helped cover up a crime lies beneath his badge and charm. Whether that crime involves Noah's accident or something far more sinister remains unclear. What's certain is that Burrow holds the key to a truth Claire must uncover, no matter what it costs her. As she plans her next move, the chemistry between Claire and Burrow becomes impossible to ignore. Fans of both General Hospital and The Young and the Restless may recognize the spark between the actors, Erin and Cohen, who previously played lovers on GH. Their shared on-screen past makes the tension between Claire and Burrow electric, blurring the line between manipulation and genuine attraction. When Claire finally lures Burrow into a more personal setting, a quiet evening under the guise of clearing the air, the emotional stakes skyrocket. A few glasses of whiskey loosen his tongue, and for a fleeting moment, Burrow's mask slips. He hints at a conspiracy involving not just the police department but also someone connected to the Newmans. Claire listens intently, her heart pounding as she realizes that her family might not just be victims, they could be part of the cover-up themselves. The week of October 20th to 24th becomes pivotal as overlapping storylines collide in Genoa City and beyond. While Claire plays a dangerous game of seduction and deceit, Kyle Abbott keeps pressing her about Holden's secret meetings. At the same time, the Newman family's internal tension grows as Nick and Sharon push to confront Burrow through official means. Claire, caught between loyalty to her family and the moral ambiguity of her actions, begins to feel the pressure mounting. Her instincts tell her that the alliance between Holden and Sienna might not be as innocent as it seems, and she starts to think that Holden's trip to Los Angeles might have been planned, not just by chance. Her suspicion that there is more to this web of deceit than anyone realizes grows with each phone call and lingering glance between Holden and Sienna. Meanwhile, across town, Other characters are making their own risky choices. Kane Ashby's attempt to make amends with Devon Hamilton Winters represents the ongoing theme of redemption and forgiveness that runs parallel to the darker plots. Kane's effort, though heartfelt, meets a cold wall of resistance from Devon, who remains fiercely protective of his sister Lily. Their strained relationship mirrors Claire's own internal battle, trying to earn trust while fighting the ghosts of manipulation and betrayal. Phyllis Summer's risky bet adds another layer of unpredictability. Still recovering from her failed schemes and emotional turmoil, Phyllis once again finds herself walking the fine line between ambition and recklessness, using Kane's AI software venture as her latest gamble. The ripple effects of her actions, much like Claire's seduction plot, are bound to reach far beyond what she anticipates. Then there's Tessa Porter, whose bold move, kissing her close friend Daniel Romalotti, adds emotional complexity to the week's unfolding drama. Waves are created as a result of her impulsive act of passion, which is fueled by alcohol and confusion and threatens to end multiple relationships. The parallel between Tessa's impulsiveness and Claire's calculated manipulation highlights a recurring motif in Y&R, the blurred boundary between love, desire, and deception. Both women are acting from emotional conflict, driven by a desire to connect but stifled by their choices' repercussions. As the week draws to a close, the pieces begin to converge. When Claire gets the confession she's been looking for, her seduction of Detective Burrow reaches its zenith. Burrow, drunk and cornered, admits that Noah's accident wasn't just a random event, it was orchestrated, though he refuses to reveal by whom. Claire's success is bittersweet. While she gains valuable information, she also compromises her integrity, realizing she's become more like Jordan than she ever wanted to be. As she faces the possibility that disclosing the truth could endanger not only Burrow but also the family she is attempting to safeguard, the weight of her actions begins to take hold. Ultimately, The Young and the Restless continues to thrive on its signature blend of seduction, betrayal, and emotional depth. Claire's dangerous dance with Detective Burrow encapsulates everything that makes the show irresistible. Complex characters navigating moral gray zones, chemistry that burns through the screen, and storylines that challenge the boundaries between justice and manipulation. As the truth about Noah's accident inches closer to the surface, fans can only wonder, will Claire's bold move bring salvation or ruin? Either way, the week promises high drama, emotional intensity, and the kind of storytelling that keeps viewers glued to their screens, proving once again that in Genoa City, nothing is ever as simple as it seems.